Very good morning, class 11th. So today we are going to continue with the reading from the chapter Silk Road, written by Nick Middleton from the book Hornbill. So we have already started at how author started his journey with him. There were two other persons who had their journey because he went for the Cora actually. Testin, who was the tourist guide, also was driving that vehicle, and Daniel was also with him. So how they have witnessed various obstacles in between, how they noticed about various mammals there, they notice other kind of animals there, then even they notice nomads. So everything they noticed there. Now in between they have no, and they took the shortcut also, but in between they had that snowy area, and they had taken the steep turns and all. Right. So we are on page number 76. I'm reading for you. A swath of the white stuff lay across the track in front of us, stretching for maybe 15 meters before it petered out and the dirt trail reappeared. The snow continued on either side of us, smoothing the abrupt bank on the upslope side. The bank was too steep for our vehicle to scale, so there was no way round to snow patch. I joined Daniel as Thin stepped on to the encrusted snow and began to slither and slide forward, stamping his foot from time to time to ascertain how sturdy it was. I looked at my wristwatch. We were at 5210 meters above sea level. So when there was a lot of snow, they noticed that both the sides of the track where they were on the road, on both the sides there were huge snow actually. And for 15 meters long, it was a snowy area. They were not able to see the track where they were actually. And as it's mentioned, that it was on either side of the snow continued on either side of us, and there was the abrupt bank on the upslope side. Now it was too steep actually that vehicle even can't take round. It was too steep, and so author said that I joined Daniel to come out because then was removing the snow from his in front of his car so that he can see properly and he can drive. So and why author came out with Daniel, because they wanted to they wanted to lessen the burden of the Sten who was doing all this stuff, who was driving the vehicle actually. And when he noticed his wristwatch, it came to know that they were 5210 meters above sea level. So you can understand that what kind of situation they were facing. And snowy everything, oxygen level was not that much. The snow did not look too deep to me, but the danger wasn't its depth, Daniel said. Now Daniel mentioned that it doesn't seem to me too deep, but danger, it's not the depth. It's the icy top layer. If we slip off, the car could turn over, he suggested. As we saw, Sen grab handfuls of dirt and fling them across the frozen surface. So he mentioned the danger is the icy top surface level, and Sen, what he was doing, he was removing with his hands, he was removing the dirt and snow from there. We both pitched in, and when the snow was spread with soil, Daniel and I stayed out of the vehicle to lighten Sten's load. So now, although this Sten was doing it, but Daniel and author joined to remove the snow from there. He backed up and drove towards the dirty snow, eased the car on its icy surface, and slowly drove its length without apparent difficulty. Now, when the snow became lighter, they started their journey once again. Now, 10 minutes later, that obstacle was covered up with them, but 10 minutes later, there was another blockage. Not good, sir, Sten announced as he jumped out again to survey the scene. So he came out to see what exactly happened. This time he decided to try and drive round the snow. The slope was steep. Now this time slope was steep, studded with major rocks, and there were major rocks there. But somehow Sten negotiated them, his four-wheel drive vehicle lurching from one obstacle to the next. In so doing, he cut off one of the hairpin bends, regaining the trail further up where the snow had not drifted. So it was a major difficulty for them, but still, as he had noticed and came out as he was driving, he noticed what was the scene there. Still, he drove the car with the hairpin bends, and he moved in that way so that he basically tried to see that that particular track on the road, that where he can drive little better. Now author saying, I checked my watch again as we continued to climb in the bright sunshine. So there was a bright sunshine. Now we were at 5400 meters above sea level. Earlier 5210, now 5400 meters above. And my head began to throb horribly. And his head, it was hurting horribly actually now. I took gulps from my water bottle, which is supposed to help a rapid ascent. Now, what exactly happened there? When he was 5400 meters, when they all were 5400 meters above, so his head started shaking. It was throbbing. So what he did, he had the water bottle. He took gulp. He drank the water, and he was basically making himself comfortable because author was uneasy at that time. So I really hope this much is clear to you. The next portion we will do it in the next class, because as I mentioned, we will do it bit by bit so that you should also not get confused. But you need to understand that how these three were there on their journey. Snow was there, 15-meter long snowy area was there. They were above 10 meters above sea level. And how if they will slip, the car would turn, and they tried to remove the snow. Then they finally reached 5400 meters above sea level, and his head was hurting, aching. So he gulped the water. So I guess it's clear. So send the worksheet timely. God bless you all. Any doubt, please ask.